Cian, I suppose, first question, what position are you going to play this week?
Jesus, I don't know. I'll just take any position I'm given. Just happy to be involved.
I saw you speaking after the game, but Tadhg, I might just ask you, as another front row player, you can obviously appreciate the shift that Cian would have had to put in the second half yesterday, switching across to hooker. Can you talk us through almost even the technical things of differences between what Cian would have been doing or what you would be doing at tight head if you ever had to go in?
Cian's probably the best place to answer because he's covered all three at this stage. I think a hooker and a tight head are not relatively simple or similar, but more similar to from a loose head to tight head in terms of chest position, head position, and etc. The way you kind of balance weight on both shoulders. I think the thing Church's done unbelievably well is transition from loose head to tight head, then to hooker, and pick up all three so quickly. And I suppose it's a testament to Churchy here beside me, because it's not easy to do, and you can swamp yourself with overthinking, where the man just went for it and did so well,
And Cian, I know you've often been listed down as the potential tight head loose head hooker option on team sheets and things like that, and you played there at school, but how much would you have kind of filled in at training and things like that down the years, just getting a few reps here and there?
I think the last time I hit a scrum was about 2008. I've done a couple of setups here and there, yeah. But to go live and stuff, it's been a while, yeah. But front row in my opinion. There's technicalities, yeah, that you can iron out and all, but at the end of the day, you just got to hit and push and strike. But
was that the mindset when you were going in on Sunday?
Yeah, I went into the middle of two of the best props in the world, so I'm in a relatively good starting place there. Just give it a lash, have a shot. Nothing to lose, like I said. I don't mind if someone lifted me up out of the middle of the scrum. I can take that, but we ended up with 15 men on the field when we could have been with 14, and that's kind of greater cause stuff, so it's fine.
And just my final question for you. You got back out on the pitch on Sunday in 65 minutes. Pretty solid shift, a pretty solid day's work. How was the body and how were the lungs after the game?
Not good. I thought I could have pushed minutes out if I had to. Obviously, Tommy came on, but I felt good.
Tadhg, can I just ask you about the occasion on Saturday, more than just the match, Paddy's weekend, Ireland Grand Slam on the line against England. You played some big games, but this must be the biggest game of your career, is it?
Well, I played a Grand Slam game in 2018 as well. Yeah, look, it's massive, and I think the occasion obviously adds to it from a player's perspective, or the dressing room. There's a bounce about it. It's all carrot, no stick for us, if that makes sense. But I suppose it's on us to play the game, not the occasion, at the same time, and I think that's probably at the forefront of our mind.
And Cian, what about England getting such a hammer at the weekend? Is that something you could have done without?
Done without, I don't know. You expect a bounce back. England rugby is very strong historically. In our area, they're a very strong pack. We're not going to look at that game and go, "Oh, that's going to happen for us." That would be silly of us. We'll treat them with the historical respect we treat that pack with, because they're bloody dangerous, and they've got very good players, and they've got top end weight in the pack. So we'll review this all properly, and you don't just look at a team's last game when you're prepping for it. You look at their season, you look at their players in their club games. You go through everything. So there's a lot to pick apart, and we'll do that. But at the same time, there's going to be a lot of focus on ourselves and where we can draw more from ourselves in particular areas of the game.
Lads, you both played in 2018, so you played in Grand Slam finals before. How do you prepare this week? Is it, do you treat it as another game, or do you embrace it and say, no, this is a massive game and we're going to enjoy the build up to it and the excitement and everything that comes with it?
A little bit of both. And I suppose, look, it's all on the line, and you know, like, if you're not excited about playing this weekend, like why you playing the sport, or why you doing what we slog away and work so hard at all year, you know what I mean? And I think the group is very excited, you know, and everyone's different within that. Like, some people love going out there and showing how good they are. There's other people that maybe find themselves to get small on that attention and our pressure, and I think we have a very good balance in the squad where we can talk about that to get the most out of each other. So it's about enjoying the week, enjoying the build up, but also doing the work.
How much confidence do you derive from all the adversity that happened, losing players and decisions mightn't have gone your way, and still coming through and winning well against Scotland?
That's the game, though, isn't it? It's the game. Yeah, it happened. Great if it didn't happen, but you learn about yourself, and something we've talked about now for years, really, to be honest with you. You can't really plan for it; it just happens, and you just got to deal and get on.
What did you learn yourself about yourself? When everything goes against you and you still perform, what did you learn about your team?
Just keep pushing hard. No, just the lads are calm. You know what I mean? How do we get through this? Yeah, this is the plan. Okay. Don't blink an eye and just trust. Just trust in the lads.
Grand Slams are obviously very special, but how much more special would it be to do it in front of your family, your friends, maybe players you grew up playing alongside? Did both of you? I mean, I'm sure you're sick of talking about it, but can you just try and encapsulate what would it mean to win it in Dublin and have everyone close to you there?
I think you take that apart in a few separate areas. Like, there's play for Ireland in Dublin with family and friends there that you'll see after, that they'll see you show them what it means. That's got its own magnitude, and I think that's what drives everyone to reach a standard that we're shooting for. At the end of that, if we've done all of that, we get a great prize and we get an unbelievable celebration. But for us to do justice to everything that we train for, and to play in front of family and friends on our home patch on the weekend that it is, I think that's such a huge drive for us. We accept what the end of it is, and you might have a Grand Slam and a championship, but you park that bit, and it's about performance and preparation for performance, and to know that your family have seen you show what this means to you and what it means to each other as a group. Like, it means a lot. I suppose you just want people, and I don't really like overly talking about it here because we've won nothing yet. You know what I mean? I think that's the danger of complacency, and I suppose we talk about, we understand it, but from the wider public as well, you know. But it's just to show people, or you hope that, you know, us wearing a green jersey and playing well, that people can be proud to be Irish, that can associate with us. And I understand that everyone's not rugby people, and that's fine, and maybe not your rugby's not your cup of tea, but I hope that they can see through our actions that it means something to us, it means something to play for Ireland, no matter if you're, I don't know, within the island of Ireland, or you're an Irish living abroad or whatever. Just to see that, you know, it means something to us, and hopefully they can be proud of us.
You've both been around the squad for a number of years, and early in the tournament, I think Paul Connell and I think Brandon Driscoll's talked about this, and some of the former players have said that in the past, if Ireland went into a tournament maybe as the number one team in the world, big favourites of the tournament, there would have been a degree of embarrassment there playing it down. There seems to be a switch in mentality where all the younger players have nothing but success. Have you guys noticed that it's now something that maybe the younger players just embrace, they relish, rather than maybe in the past Ireland teams would have shied away from?
I think people are different. The younger people come through the sport now as a culture, not as a culture, but you know, as just as people are a little bit different than definitely when church came through, but certainly when I came through too. Yeah. So they have that little bit more self-confidence about them. But it's not like number one in the world or not number one in the world. It doesn't really factor into our heads a whole lot. Every time you go to the pitch, you have to prove something. We've worked very hard, and every time we take the pitch, we have to not only protect that, but try to keep growing as well.
And Tadhg, does playing England in particular on the weekend add an extra edge to it all?
Edge, occasion, it's always, no matter when you play England, and some of the teams in November, there's an extra special, I always think, I'm not sure how you feel, but a buzz around the stadium. I think that's just the way of it, and it definitely adds to the occasion.
And just with friends and family that already mentioned, what's it like to get tickets and to get everyone in there? Is your phone hopping with messages and calls trying to get there, or what's that side of things like?
At this stage of my career, the people who get them know they're going to get them. A few stray texts, there'll just be a no, sorry. It's they'll know from weeks out that they're in line, and it all depends on selection. And if that's the case, then my ones that always come.
What's it like for you, Tadhg?
Yeah, similar. I suppose we're have a certain amount of tickets, and that's it. And usual people kind of get tickets, family, etc.
And as a supporter, I know you spoke about before that sometimes coming in on the bus, you're looking out at the fans, wishing you're out there, that it's such an exciting day. This is probably one of those days that's going to be a big one for supporters.
Yeah, huge, and it's the occasion. It's a big thing. It's a big deal, and I have to say they've been incredible. There's a real, what I feel is a marked difference in the supporters. Edinburgh the weekend was unbelievable. I know maybe it was Sunday game, so a lot of people were over Saturday, but they had the captain's run. It was just jammers getting onto the bus, and you can feel it, and players feed off that. You know what I mean? And there definitely is that wave and that they bring, and I expect it to be class the weekend.
Yeah, I just want to ask you about Johnny Sexton. He's most likely to become Ireland's record point scorer this weekend. How good is he, and where does he rank in the list of the all-time greats in Irish rugby?
He's himself, isn't he? Like Johnny has his own standards, and all of us strive to get to those standards, and we get it absolutely torn into when we don't, but we try. Johnny's standard is so high, and it has been for so long, that it just drives something special in him. And he deserves all the accolades he gets, because he's a fierce competitor, an unbelievable professional. His whole life revolves around rugby. His family support him incredibly well to be the player and person he is. But I think he's very aware that team success is the most important thing, and that's the most important thing to him. He could take the points tally, and someone down the line will take it off him. But if he takes a victory the weekend, no one will ever take it off him, and it's something that belongs to him in a special group. That's the sort of thing that's going to drive Johnny. And he lives for that successful feeling after a game. The Johnny you see after a game is the most enjoyable Johnny to be around. It's a different person. It's class. So if anything's going to make me play better, it's to get to meet that Johnny for a while.